There we go. I'm unmuted. Hey, everybody. It's Kate Richburg. Thank you so much for joining me for this Free Tip Friday. Sorry I'm a little late. I was getting everything together and admiring everything, and then I realized, oh, oops, I'm a little late. Never. Time is just a construct. Never been my strong point. But I get there in the end. So happy Friday, folks. It's almost the middle of January, right? Where did the time go? I have no idea. I'm going to clean my glasses as we talk about it. And then we're going to talk about what we're going to do today. We've got a lot to cover. I've got some kits for you that go on sale at noon Pacific time. It's the TGBE this weekend. Oh my goodness. Maybe I spent a little too much time putting on makeup today too. I don't know. I was feeling kind of glamorous. I don't know why. So I put on all of the accessories. I'm wearing my Green Girl frog, Grumpy Frog, which I love. I love Grumpy Frog. Cynthia Thornton, part of the Great Bead Extravaganza. She's going to be on this weekend as well. We'll talk about the weekend events, all of that good stuff. We'll talk about what I have here. And then we're going to take a deep dive into leather and chain, because the project I have for you is all about leather and chain. I have the TGBE project right here. Let me get it. Yeah, I don't know. I got my nails done and I got my brows done yesterday, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put on makeup. I don't know. And I wear makeup, but I don't usually apply it with a heavy hand. So I thought I'd, do it. Okay, let me go back. You folks have been on and chatting early. So I want to say thank you so much for joining me today. Christine noted we've got new 3-corner diamond beads. We're going to talk about that, about their hole sizes. We've also got these great little saucer beads. We're going to talk about those. Janice is here doing some moderating. Thank you, JP. I don't know where this week has gone. My goodness. It's Friday. Where's January going? Stop. January. I know winter has hit. People are saying that winter is hitting. It is true. Janice is saying hello to all her pals, which is great. We are all pals on here, which I love. People are from across the pond. We've got Jan. I know Leslie's here from across the pond. Great to see you there. Let's see what I have. I love this. Janice, you dreamt of Lydia. Let me take a moment, to just say that our founder, Lydia Teichner, Lydia was Janice's mom, and she really was the catalyst for beadshop.com. Janice went into partnership with her mom, changed that little store in Palo Alto from antiques, etc., to the bead shop, the one, the only, the original, back in 1982. And here we are today, fast forward to 2024. So I love the string of legacy that runs through our bead shop, our beadshop.com history, and the legacy of you folks joining us and sharing all of that. So I love it. Oh my goodness. And Janice goes on to say the next day she realized it was 33 years ago that she passed away. It was on her anniversary. Amazing to have her come visit. Lydia passed away, I think it was the year before I started at Bead Shop. And so even though I have never met Lydia, I feel like she hovers in whatever I do, right? Lydia and my Grand Rose, and thankfully my mom, who's still on the right side of the grass over here in Fresno. I'm tearing up a little bit. Can you tell? Let me move on. I can't help it. Let's see who else is here. Gosh, everybody's here. Curtis, my friend, you're here. Joyce is saying that she can't wait for the weekend. Let's see what else have we got here. Yes, our friend Michelle, one big beady family. And a week from today, is it really only going to be a week? It's going to be here before we know it. Michelle's going to be with us on Free Tip Friday, sharing some of her Kumihimo projects. She's going to continue on to do some great chemo. Let's try that again. Kumi. I don't know where that came from. Kumihimo projects. She's going to do a little walk through some of the things she's made. Then a little bit later on in the upcoming months, she's going to do some projects with us. So we've got the Queen of Kumi here with us starting next week, which is great. A big hello. And I think Leslie has summed it up. Lydia must have been one hell of a woman. I think she was, for sure. Let's see who else is here. Hopefully our Emily is listening in the background. I don't see her comment, but I know that our Emily, we have some projects next week. Emily's going to be on. Speaking of, what do I want to say? Memory projects and stuff like that. She has a piece that's called Intentional Heart. Which is going to be really, really great. I can't wait. It's going to incorporate some bead embroidery. It's going to incorporate some other gems of knowledge from our Emily. So I cannot wait to sit with both of you ladies next week for all of these great projects. My mom is saying, don't tear up. It'll ruin your makeup. I know. You know what? I am one of those criers. Are you a crier? I'm a crier. Sometimes I'm like a hard ass, right? And I'm all, yeah, I'm not going to cry. But sometimes I'm going to have to just wipe my nose here. I'm sorry, it's a little gross, but you understand. But I'm a crier. It'll be just the craziest thing, right? Like the commercial, like a pet commercial or something will come on and I'll just be like, cry, right? Just crazy. Which is, whatever. We just do it. And Faye was saying, oh, my mom's saying she's still in this veil. Sorry, I didn't. I keep clicking that one, Ma. So Faye, you're talking about the Unbreakable Heart project, I believe, that Emily did a while back, which is a beautiful one. It's brick stitch. I think it might have been her first brick stitch project. This one's called the Intentional Heart. It might be a really cool project to work on one and one together. I don't know. I think you folks are going to love it. I think you're going to love it. I think it's gorgeous. Okay. So everyone, I'm so glad everyone is a crier. Thank goodness. Right? Even my Chris is a crier. We can't look at, like, my mom is saying, like, homeless dogs make her cry, pet commercials, I don't know, music. When we listen to music from our youth, like on Friday nights, that's our music night. Yeah, crazy. So anyway, but I love this. Fridays, as I say, Free Tip Fridays are always a little more freeform. We've got a lot to talk about it, right? All right, let me have a bracing cup of coffee. Put this model in, as my mom would say, snap out of it. Right, Ma? Right. Yeah. All right. Okay, let's do it. Where am I going to begin? There's some things I want to cover today. First, let me cover things about the Great Bead Extravaganza. Okay. If you got your newsletter this morning, you saw that the kits that I'm going to show you in just a few are going to drop at noon. So we've got to stop like this chatting and crying and all of this stuff before noon so you folks can go jump over to beadshop.com and find the kit. 1. 2, let me flash the 2 things for Great Bead Extravaganza. It's the Great Bead Extravaganza weekend, so we like to celebrate with a coupon code. If you use the TGBE20 at checkout, and it's good all weekend. It's good on your kids, good on anything you want to pick up. Stuff that I talk about today, we're going to talk about leather, different things today. Just enter your coupon code TGBE20 at checkout. It'll knock 20% off your total with no minimum. Okay. Then today, you can see I'm still way down here. Hello. The Midwinter Market, Great Bead Extravaganza Midwinter Market starts. It starts tonight at 5 p.m. with a preview. Everybody, including our special guests, Kathy Cantamaria, the Crafty Chica, and Katie Hacker with Beads of Courage are going to be on tonight with our preview party. And then we go all day Saturday, all day Sunday. You're going to see me a lot on this weekend. I'm going to do an intro on Saturday morning at 8 a.m., just a little chatty chat, give you some of the lowdown, what's going on. Then everything starts, all the presentations. My presentation goes on at 10 a.m. Pacific. If you miss it, any of these broadcasts over the TGBE weekend, 2 great places to watch them. All of my content will be on beadshop.com, all the regular social media outlets that you watch, Bead Extravaganza Facebook page. And if you're a part of the Facebook group, 2 different places on Facebook you can find the TGBE. The page and the group, they're there, and they're all archived. So you can watch not only this, our 14th Great Bead Extravaganza, which is crazy to think about. You can watch the ones that are going on this weekend. Okay. I'm also going to be on Sunday with our special guest artist, Kathy Cantamaria, the Crafty Chica. If you missed it, she and I had a great conversation about art and about creativity. And it's over on, I put it on the Bead Shop outlets. I put it on the Kate Richford Jewelry Educator outlets. And of course, it's over on the Great Bead Extravaganza. She shared her infectious joy about creativity and a little bit about her creative journey. I'm a super fangirl. She was so early on in this business and really was a woman innovator that said, you know what, this is what I want to do and this is how I'm going to do it. So it was really, I'm a huge fan of the Crafty Chica. So Kathy, thank you again. So speaking of women innovators, let's get to the kits, shall we? Oh my gosh, there's so many comments that I haven't even been looking at. There is a giveaway. There's a giveaway here that we do. It's over on the Great Bead Extravaganza group and page. You sign up for the giveaway, and all of the companies have put in fun stuff, gift certificates. We send a gift certificate over. Do remember, my friends, though, we don't ask for any money. We don't private message you or anything like that. You can find them over there. Drea is also going to link it in the newsletter, but we've got some great gifts for you over there for the giveaway. Let's take a look and see here. I'm just taking a look. Oh, there's the Facebook. There we go. It's facebook.com/the Great Bead Extravaganza. Great. Let me see here, making sure. I think I've got everybody here. Oh, Lynn, that's so funny. The first one, I do remember. It was so funny. People were saying they did not take a bathroom break, so they would watch back to back to back to back. We got smart about it, and we actually built in, there's I think a half hour break in between each one, so people could actually eat and go to the bathroom. That first one, it was high pandemic when we did it, right? So it was so cool to be able to hang out with all of you. It was really awesome. It was really, really awesome. Oh, I'm so glad. It was epic. Emily, I'm glad that you got to meet Kathy. She is so great. She just has a ton of content on all of her outlets. She's really, she's the real deal, 100%. So, all right, let's get into it, my friends. Let's take a look at the, I know I've been chatting with you for like 20 minutes. So sorry, if you're watching on the replay, just fast forward to get to the meat, right? All right. Okay. Coffee's good. Let me add my phone camera, my top camera. And yeah, my mom, that's right, Ma. We were in Pismo Beach for the first one. That's so funny. I hadn't seen my mom in like forever. And it was still high pandemic. And we decided we're going to get away someplace and do stuff together. And we were in a fun hotel room in Pismo together. That is true. That's awesome. Okay. Let me get to this. So let me show you this bracelet. I've got a lot of stuff on here. I got out the working caliper, so I'm ahead that way. What I've got here are the samples, and we'll take a look at the kits. Okay, let me neaten this up a little bit. This bracelet is called the Innovator bracelet. And lately, not every great bead extravaganza, but many of them, you've seen me do different like incarnations of the leather bracelet with other things. We've got the adventurer. I'm looking at it, and this one was named after authors. It will come to me. This one, here's the one I made a little bit smaller. Well, this one I've named the Innovator, and it is 5mm flat leather, the 2 new beads that we just launched, right? And I have it in 3 different flavors. Let me tell you a little bit about what the idea behind these guys, right? Yeah, these are Linda saying cafeteria trays. They actually really are cafeteria trays. They're trays that I got for everybody at the bead retreat, and I use them, right? So yes, they are our cafeteria trays. So funny. So the idea behind this expedition one that I did first, right? The expedition, they were named after women explorers, and you can go back, you can read about them and stuff. And I try and name them after, sometimes they're famous women, sometimes they're not. But I really love them. So this was the expedition. And you folks, you almost broke the internet with this one, right? This one is done with the Love of Lydia chain that we named after Lydia, Janice's mom. Also flat leather here, and I think 1 millimeter leather that we did with this for the laddering. Okay, and this one, the author's one, this one was I think this might have been the Louisa. I named them after 3 women authors. I can go back and double check it, take a look. Let me highlight this one here so you just see this. The expedition bracelet, it's still up. We've got those up on the web. And this weekend is a good time if you haven't made some or you haven't made them lately. These are such fun and fast projects that will kind of sweep the winter doldrums away, right? So this was with peyote stitch, and I did it with our flat leather here and 2 strands of our 8mm here. Yeah, I love this brown leather. This was specific to the kit that we did. It was really fun, but we do carry now the 20mm flat leather, and we've got some new 20mm flat leather also coming. We've just got it in. It's going to launch pretty quickly. But these are the new ones. These are the Innovators. Okay. And I was thinking about Innovators. Drea, thank goodness, Drea is such a wordsmith and is so good with the written word and with ideas. So we chatted about who we were going to name these after. Okay, so I've got a little bit of history for you, because not only do we chat, we also want to talk about these innovative women that these are named after. So this one here, let's start with this blue one. And I want to make sure I get the colors right. So let me just check real quick that I get the color order correct. Okay, yes, this is the order that I want. So this blue one, let me click on over and click on my comments. So bear with me here just a second. This one we've named Willie Mae, the blue. And this is named, we have her as our number one innovator. She was a blues singer. If you haven't heard Big Mama Thornton sing, play the guitar, and it's just amazing. I want to say it takes me back, but I wasn't born then, but boy, it takes me back. She originally recorded, the singer-songwriter originally recorded the song Hound Dog that was later made famous by Elvis Presley. We all know that. We all know that dude. His success really eclipsed her success with Hound Dog and the message of the song that was originally an anthem of Black women's power and turned it into a song about an actual dog. So yeah, it was, Elvis, good job, right? It's a great song. But when you hear Big Mama Thornton sing it, you want to just get out your guitar and play, even though you might not play guitar. So this is the Willie Mae. Next, my friends, we have the Margaret. And the Margaret is this brown one. We named it after Margaret Keane. Maybe you've seen the movie about her called Big Eyes. It's on Netflix now, I think. But it was a great movie starring, who's that actress? I love her. Was in Enchanted, in a lot of stuff. It'll come to me. Anyway, I'm thinking about Margaret Keane now instead of the woman who portrayed her. She did the Big Eyes series of paintings. It was a very Bay Area. She's from the Bay Area, lived in San Francisco, lived in Berkeley. She was the genius behind the scenes, as instead her husband, William Keane, took her credit, right? So, but finally it all came out, and she is noted for the series of Keane paintings. Last but not least, how could we leave her out? Known for her Hollywood glamour, Hedy Lamarr. This is the Hedy, the purple. She was more than just a pretty face, my friends. She was, of course, a star of the silver screen in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. She and composer George Antheil created a radio guidance system that supported Allied troops in World War II, and the technology is now used for Wi-Fi. Thank you, dear Hedy Lamarr. So we have those three in. We've got the Willie Mae, we've got the Margaret, and Amy Adams. Thank you, friends, and the Hedy. Right? Yeah, my mom is saying Gran was kind of a blues singer. It's true. And maybe that's why I love her so much. My Gran could play anything by ear, right? Anything by ear. And Gran would just play and play. So she, and I'm sure Gran heard Big Mama Thornton back in the day. So, yeah. So here we are. These three. So these are the new ones. And I love Oh yes, Catherine. We almost named it after her. Catherine, her name's escaping me. She was in the movie that also is escaping me, where they talked about the women at NASA. Sorry, I can't think of anything but these bracelets. But yes, we will keep naming these after awesome women. Katherine Johnson, thank you. Melanie, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I speak Gran. Hidden Figures. Thank you, Stacy. You guys have my back. Yeah, my little Gran. Oh, Gran would just love you all. She would be sitting here right next to me going, honey, I can't believe all these people are watching you. That's what she'd say. Well, let's put on the Big Mama Thornton, the Willie Mae. I love the way that these stack. I'm going to stack this one. This one might have been this one was the Junko, I think. That one looks great. This is the Expedition one. But they stack really, really well together, right? So if you've made others, you're going to want to make one of these Innovator bracelets. Now, let me tell you, in the kits, you've got the 3 kits. There are, as I like to say, there are limited amounts of the kits available. But what we did, we've kind of learned our lesson. And we also have launched the beads. So I'll tell you, the kits are going to sell out because you folks, thank heavens, you folks love these. But when the kits sell out, you can buy the parts. Okay, so let me show you the kits here, the Willie Mae, the Margaret, and the Hedy. They have enough leather to make one bracelet. I think there's about 20 inches. Let me just open this one up. There's about 20 inches of this leather. I'm going to do the demo tomorrow on the Great Bead Extravaganza, so you'll see that. But you get the 5mm leather, 5mm flat leather. You also get 0.5mm leather for the laddering that I do. And then you get enough beads. I think it's 15 of these 3-cornered, and I think maybe 50 of the saucers plus the clasp. So you'll have enough to make one bracelet. Okay. And I think they just look delicious. I'm going to put it next to the Expedition. I'm going to put it next to that one there. I'm even going to put in the boho bracelet with these. So many of you have made these boho bracelets. A lot of you are selling them, which is great. I'm so glad that it's a really good bestseller for people when you sell your jewelry. It also stacks beautifully with our 4mm. I did a little spiral macrame on this one. So it's a really great way to create kind of a collection of these leather bracelets. They can be made more masculine, more feminine, more agender, whatever, right? I think that everybody could wear these and feel kind of like, I don't know, a strong badass in them, right? That's my goal, is for you to feel great in your jewelry. So that's it. Okay, right here. So those are the kits. We've got the 3. They're going to launch at noon. Let me show you. I'm going to share my bead shop screen with you so you can see where they go. And then we're going to look at some other things. We're going to look at the beads that have also launched. Bear with me here just a second while I share my screen. Present, share screen. And it's this one. There we go. So you can see here right on the home page right now, the kit is there, the Innovator bracelet, as well as the coupon code. If you click on the Innovator bracelet, it's going to take you to the kit collection. And see how Dria's put a little note up there. TGBE kits will drop Friday, 1/13/23 at noon Pacific. So at noon, my friends, when you're on here, refresh your homepage, your screen, refresh it. Click on that. It's going to take you to the kit page. It'll also be in the new arrivals page. And speaking of new arrivals, we've got the 3-corner beads that I want to share with you. I also want to share with you these that kind of launched under the radar. They launched under the radar on Tuesday. Our Magic Mix, Midnight Snow, Afternoon Thaw, and Morning Frost. I want to show you those. So let's get down to it. Let me stop sharing this. And let's take a look here. Let me go to, they're going to launch today, Linda, on the 13th. Oh, sorry, that date was wrong. Today is the 12th. Let me just, Drea, let me just, kit header says the 13th. I'm just texting her right now. We'll fix it. The 13th, not the 12th. All right. Drea's going to fix it. Oh, and Janice already told her. Perfect. It'll be changed. But it is. Today is the 12th. They launched today. Feet of clay. Feet of clay. Let me show you this. All right. Let me show you these magic mixes. These are actually tiny. They're actually crystals, right? They're in a tube of 12 grams, maybe even a little bit more. If you remember, I think it was back in 2022, maybe I did some little mixes like this. They're really charming. They fit on 22 gauge wire as well as 0.019 soft flex. So the hole is just under 0.5 millimeters. It's about 4 millimeters or so. And they're a beautiful little mix. Okay, I just love them. And one of my vendors was kind of closing these out. I'm not really going to be able to grab these. These are Chinese crystals. They're not Czech. They're Chinese. But I mixed them all in 3 different flavors for you. They're great to just string. This one has some of the smaller ones, the 1 millimeters in there, along with the 2 millimeters. I'm really into this one, this kind of gray, black diamond, Montana blue kind of look to it. So we've got plenty. I made plenty of those. They really did kind of launch under the radar. So not the Hedy Lamar radar, but the bead shop radar. So I wanted you to see that. Okay, so they're there if you are into grabbing some of those. Those are limited edition and they won't come back in this form. Okay, so they're tiny. They're super, super tiny. They're the small ones, the 1 millimeters are about the same size as an 11/0 seed bead. The 2 millimeters are about the same size as an 8/0 seed bead, just for clarification. Okay, so let me move those aside and let's take a look at these beads that have been launched. We're selling them by the strand. In the kit, I have just given you enough to make that one bracelet. Okay, here. But when you get the strands are 24 inches and they come in all the colorways. I hope that we can add them in the black, right? That antiqued black. But we carry them in the copper, in the silver, and in the brass. Aren't they just delish, right? I got my nails done and I did them gold to match all of this metallic that we're doing. Let me toss a couple of these out so you can see them. They have a massive hole size on them. Oh my gosh, we've got so many of you. We've got over 200 of you watching. Thank you folks so much for being here with me today. I guess everyone's as fired up for the Great Bead Extravaganza as we are, right? Let me measure these for you so you can see them. Again, you get a 20, I think it's 24 inch. Let me double check to make sure I'm not lying to you. Yeah, 24 inch strand, okay, of these. And let me measure, let me make sure this is zeroed out. It's a 3-cornered bead. Can you see it like this? If I put my fingers, whoops, if I put my fingers there, can you see how it's a 3-sided bead, like a triangle? Okay. Ma, you can have some of these metal beads. I'm going to see you tomorrow, so you can have some. I promise. A little over 6 millimeters. Then here, across, if I go to the face of it, 6.1. Then if I get this in here, the hole size is a little under 3 millimeters. Let me see if I tighten that out. Bear with me here. It's kind of hard for me. There we go. A little more than 3 millimeters, right? Yeah, it's like a pinch bead. Exactly. Thank you, Michelle. Like those glass pinch beads that you see, only a little bit bigger. So these are great. And for the bracelet, since I was laddering with the saucer and this bead, I thought about using 1 millimeter leather to do the laddering. The saucer bead is a little too small for 1 millimeter, so I worked with 0.5 millimeter here. Okay. These are, Dawn's asking, are they larger than the king shadows? They're not. They're smaller. The king shadows are like the biggest. Let me get here's the little shadows right here. Let me get the regular shadows. I think I've got some. Regular shadows are never far from me. So, because as you know, it's my favorite bead. Let me see if I can find the regular shadow to show you. Those are all little shadows. I guess I've been having a little shadow moment. I know they're here somewhere. Bear with me here just a second. Those are all little shadows, little shadows, little shadows. Let me get the big shadow. Do I have my regular shadows bracelet even sitting here? Maybe. I can't believe it. It's a travesty. Someone never let me travel or do a show without regular shadows in front of me. Here we go. Here's some regulars in this project. I'll show you. You can see that. Kind of hard to see. But see, there's some regular shadows right there. Let me get the big shadows. I've got a strand of them over here because I was looking at them the other day. Here are the big shadows, which I really love, and I don't use quite enough. Let me show you. This is the big shadow. So can you see how that kind of falls a little kind of, it's a little bit bigger than this one. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question. But these are great. So the leather that they fit on, let me get this out of the way. You could fit these up to a 2 millimeter leather. These work though really nicely if you're just going to ladder with these. Where's my little sample? Now, of course, this is a huge, here we go. This is the sample that I started to make when I was thinking about this project. Okay, so you can see these, let me turn it around. That's the right way. See how when these ladder together and they come together tightly, they fit. One fits up with the facing, with the flat face up, And then you can do the next one with the flat face facing down. So this also looks amazing, I think, right? And I thought about doing it, the bracelet, just like this. But then I saw these saucers. We've got these saucers. And I thought, I wanted a little bit of texture. So if you're just laddering with these folks, 1 millimeter leather, even 1.5, like I did with the adventure bracelet. I think this is 1.5. We'll go through here, no problem. Okay. But I used instead the 0.5 because I was crossing. This is a true laddering. This one I lashed around this way. So it's not two strands crossing underneath the bead. It's going around this way. And you can watch the broadcast to get more, to get the directions for this one, the old expedition broadcast. So I added the saucers. So let me pull the saucers out for you. We've got the saucers in also 3 colorways, also sold by the strand. This is a lot of saucers. This is going to give you just a ton to work with. Let me pour some out here. You get 50 in your kit, but there's a ton on here. There are, let me tell you, it's 24 inches, and per inch, 2, 8, 10, 12. There are about 12 beads per inch here, so there's plenty. Okay, so here's the saucer. This would also look good just laddered on its own like this. And if you haven't tried laddering with leather, I urge you to give it a go. The 0.5 millimeter leather for laddering with these larger hold beads are really great. If you're going down in size, you could also use Chinese knotting cord, the 0.4 millimeter. You could also use regular Ceylon for all of that. It'd be plenty. The kit, Michelle, is 20 inches, so you cut it into 2 lengths of 10, and you've got plenty to work with. So you get 20 inches of leather in your kit. This is the tobacco color. I love this color right here, right? I love it. Really good. I'm going to put it on right here. Let's measure that saucer. I think it's about 6 millimeters across, a little under, 5.3. Okay. And then if I look at the hole size, they'll definitely fit strung on 1.5 millimeter, but they might be a little tight for 2 mil. Okay. So I think they're just delicious. They also mix nicely with our spacer. We're adding more of these brass beads and plated beads by the strand. Those are our little spacer beads. Yeah, I was making sure that the bracelet would make up to a 9-inch. 9 inches should be inclusive enough that it should fit everybody. If for some reason the length, if you run into an issue, friends, I still have some left, and you're like, oh, I just needed my bracelet to be a little bit longer, just shoot me an email. I'll pop some of this in the mail to you. Shoot an email to Drea at info. But this is the tobacco, isn't it? I love it. It does have a little bit of a glowy feel to it. I love it. The pearls, adding big hold pearls to this, very clever. Really, I think a great addition. Laddering with those large hold pearls. You shouldn't have any trouble laddering like this. You could get just one nice large hold pearl in the center. For that, I may have to give that a go. I love it. Really nice. Great idea. The discount code, Marianne, let me, the discount code for this weekend works on everything. Everything on beadshop.com from right this very second, which is 11:23 a.m. on Friday, January 12th. all the way through Sunday, midnight Pacific time. Sunday is the 14th. You can use checkout code TGBE20, and it's good on all of this, on these little sleepers that I launched earlier this week. It's good on everything. And friends, we are saving up for Tucson. So any of your purchases, we love it. Dig deep this weekend, friends. So I've got Tucson money, right? Because I've got some great plans for Tucson for you folks. So now's the time that we need to do some stocking up. Here is the Midwinter Market schedule. You can go right on to the Great Bead Extravaganza and find that schedule. It would look great. And Janice just measured the queen shadows, just so you know. They're 7 millimeter, and the king shadows are 9.5 millimeter with a 2.4 millimeter inner diameter hole. Thank you, Janice, for that info. Okay, so I think that's all I want to share with you for the moment. Let me unembiggen that. The kits will go on sale in a little over a half hour. Again, limited quantities, but there's a recipe. These clasps are so good, I can't get this off my... Seriously, my hands don't want it. Let me turn it around. They're that good of a magnet. There we go. Come on. Why am I struggling? Oh, there we are. I think my hands are just a little tired today. See, they're not that... See, the clasp, the way that this clasp is, I just want to show it to you. It has these little nubs on it, right? So it really holds it very nicely. Where's the purple one? I had the blue one. Here it is. It's right here. There we go. There's all three. So my demo, thank you, Marcia, for asking. The demo is tomorrow during the Great Bead Extravaganza. My segment goes tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific. There'll be a link in the Bead Shop newsletter if you get it, right? If you don't, go sign up for it. Let me tell you, let me put up my social stuff here so you can find it all. You can find all that info. You can stay in touch with us in a myriad of ways. Facebook, on our page, and in our group, the Bead Table. We have a great Facebook group. Almost 8,000 of you over there, which thank you so much. Our Instagram, if you make anything, whatever, give us a shout out at beadshop.com. Pinterest, a wealth of ideas over on our Pinterest. And if you're watching on our YouTube, hit that like, subscribe, and notification button so you'll never miss one of our broadcasts. Friends, you have been signing up and subscribing to our YouTube channel in record numbers. It is just going to be a short matter of time before we break that 100,000 subscriber mark. And if you want to give me a gift, subscribe. I want to hit that 100,000. That's like my ultimate goal. If you have questions, my friends, reach out to info@beadshop.com. Drea is awesome, and she replies. There's a couple of you actually who have said you didn't get the newsletter today. We did. The newsletter got sent out. So double check on your spam folder and email, shoot Drea an email and she'll double check. Sometimes for no reason at all, it'll go in your spam or in your junk. Pardon me. But it comes from info@beadshop.com. Okay. So yeah, it goes out every day at 2 a.m. Pacific, I believe. So it should go out. Okay. So yeah, you'll see that demo on the Great Bead Extravaganza, but I'll also have it on all of our bead shop outlets and Kate Richburg Jewelry Educator outlets as well. I'm going to do some giveaways tomorrow. I'm going to give away some gift certificates during my segment. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so that's my story. I'm sticking to it. I guess that's it. I should let you folks go so you can do some shopping. Don't forget to throw in that TGBE um, 20 coupon code. It'll be good through midnight on Sunday. As always, my friends, we thank you so much for being here, watching this broadcast. Over 200 people watching today. Thank you so much. I hope you love the kit. Again, limited amount, but you can choose your own adventure. We carry the 5mm flat leather. We carry now these great new beads. If we run out of anything, put yourself on the notification list. You'll be notified when it comes back into stock. Okay. Have a great weekend. I'm super excited to see you all weekend. I'll see you tomorrow for a greeting at 8 a.m. on the Great Bead Extravaganza, my segment at 10 a.m. Pacific, and again with the crafty chica, Kathy Cano Murillo, on Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Pacific. I'll be back with you tonight at 5 p.m. for our Great Bead Extravaganza preview. And in between all of that, I'm also hosting a family dinner. Woo! When it rains, it pours. Talk to you all soon, my friends. Thanks so much. Have a fantastic and creative weekend. Bye, everybody.